You know, just the other day, I was thinking about something pretty crazy. What if I could only own one stock and I had to keep shares of it forever, or at least for years and years? All those publicly traded companies out there, thousands of them, not just from America, but from around the whole world, and I could only own one. Which one would I choose? Don't worry, I'm a big believer in having a diversified portfolio, so I'm not suggesting that any investor, including myself, actually owns stock in only one company. I might be crazy, but I'm not insane. Still, I thought coming up with that one stock would be a fun exercise in judgment and analysis, a challenge, so I decided to take it on. Hi everybody, I'm Mike Nadella, here for the Dividends and Income channel. Before I talk about my hypothetical pick of this one and only stock to hold forever, please help our channel keep growing. Hit the thumbs up at the bottom of the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you get notifications of new videos as we publish them. I knew that if I was going to choose one and only one stock, and if I was going to hold it for years, it better have a proven business model, and a deep economic moat, and a pristine balance sheet, and leadership with true vision. And the company I've picked has all that and more. It's Microsoft, the software and cloud computing giant that makes products that corporations need and that consumers want. Although Microsoft is still considered old tech by some, it's actually an innovative company that's still growing big time. Simply stated, it's one of the very best businesses on the face of the earth. Microsoft has been highly profitable for decades, and it turned college dropouts Bill Gates and Paul Allen into two of the world's richest people. But as the new millennium arrived and the computing universe was rapidly changing, Microsoft was slow to adapt. While competitors were embracing the Internet of Things and going mobile, Microsoft was still hawking Windows and Office floppy disks for PCs. Steve Ballmer succeeded Gates as CEO in early 2000. Ballmer was good at making himself a ton of money over the years, but the company's attempts to innovate gained little to no traction. Remember Zune? How about Vista? How about Cortana? How about Bob? You get what I'm saying, it wasn't pretty. Microsoft's once sterling reputation was taking a beating, and its stock price languished. When Satya Nadella replaced Ballmer as CEO in February 2014, Microsoft's stock price still hadn't recovered from the dot-com bust at the turn of the century. Nadella was faced with the Herculean task of turning an old tech company into a relevant, vital operation for the modern world and the world of tomorrow. Well, as it turns out, he has succeeded spectacularly, overseeing Microsoft's transformation to the cloud infrastructure and services business, and the rest is history. Mr. Market obviously has approved of the job Nadella and his people have done, pushing Microsoft's stock price to one all-time high after another. During his time as CEO, the company's stock has gained more than 700%. Microsoft's main set of cloud services, called Azure, has become indispensable for hundreds of major corporations, and it's closing the gap on the longtime leader, Amazon Web Services. Nadella and his team also changed the way most companies and individuals get their Office products. Rather than buying disks they would keep until an update would become available, customers now buy Microsoft 365 through online subscriptions that must be renewed every single year. Today, the Office suite of tools has more than 1 billion users around the world, and it's an enormous cash cow for Microsoft. Then there's the very successful Windows 10 operating system, which soon will give way to Windows 11, by the way, and the Xbox gaming system, and Microsoft Teams video conferencing services, which became popular during the pandemic, and Surface tablet computers, and the LinkedIn Professional Network, and so much more. No wonder Microsoft has grown to become one of only a couple of $2 trillion corporations in the entire world. During Microsoft's 2021 fourth quarter earnings presentation, the company revealed 49% year-over-year earnings growth, 21% revenue growth, a 25% increase in gross margin, and a 42% increase in operating income. We're talking about a company firing on all cylinders, as usual. I say as usual because even though I talked about some of Microsoft's struggles for 15 years, the fact is that when it comes to earnings, the company had only 3 down years in the past 2 decades. The blue circled area in that image shows the double-digit annual earnings per share growth expected over the next few years. Given that Microsoft is the only stock I'm going to own, at least in this hypothetical exercise, that's important. And of course, quality matters most of all. Value Line awards Microsoft its highest scores for financial strength and safety. Morningstar gives the company its top designations for economic moat and capital allocation. And Microsoft is one of only 2 companies in the world to receive the ultimate AAA credit rating from Standard & Poor's. Now let's talk for a second about the dividend. My primary strategy is dividend growth investing, so I like that Microsoft's payout to shareholders has increased substantially over the last decade plus. With its ability to generate free cash flow, its extremely low debt, and its low payout ratios, Microsoft gets a perfect dividend safety score of 99 from Simply Safe Dividend. When I first started buying Microsoft stock, it had a 3% dividend yield. The stock's price surge over the last few years has dropped that yield well below 1%. But you know what? That's a very pleasant problem to have. You'll never hear me say, doggone it, Microsoft is making me too darn much money these days. Although Microsoft isn't the only stock I own in real life, I do own it, and it has grown to become the largest position in my portfolio. And as long as its business model remains relevant and fundamentally sound, I do plan to keep it forever. Microsoft also has been a star in all three real money public portfolios I manage. With a total return of about 650% since December of 2014, Microsoft has been the #1 performer in the Dividend Growth 50. It is the second highest total return in the Income Builder portfolio, which was launched in 2018, and Microsoft is the #4 gainer in the Grand Twins College Fund that I started in June 2020. Again, I would never own just one stock, but if there was a boss of all investing and he looked at me and said, buddy, you only get one and you have to keep it forever, that one would be Microsoft, the well-run, wide moat, dividend-growing, forward-thinking, money-making machine. Okay, everybody, that wraps things up for today. I'll be back in a week or so with another video. Again, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new content. Take it easy, everybody. Back at you soon.